Hello Stellar Souls, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are all doing well. We've got another pick a card here today. This one is all about the future of this connection. So whoever you are dealing with or you are thinking about, even if you are in separation, we're going to go pretty deep with this one. We're going to get who they are just to clarify that it's the right pile for you, and you can come back to the beginning and choose another if it's not right. But do know that sometimes there may never be a message for you in a particular collective reading, okay? We do still have the zodiac signs reading, and there's plenty of other picker cards with more options as well. We're also going to get how they feel about you, their actions towards you, how you feel about them, the future in general, and then any blockages and challenges that we need to know about. What would they say, especially if you are in separation? That one's going to be important. And then get some advice for you. Of course, as always, time is fluid. People do have free will. Tarot is a divination tool used for entertainment, but what I like to say is for personal development. So you take it how you will, and just know that you cannot control the other person, but you can control how you will behave, and even how you want to feel, okay? This can just be a barometer of your own feelings that you can observe at a distance and then decide what to do with after that. So only take what resonates, but please tune into your intuition now, ground yourself, take a deep breath to choose your pile. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. When you have chosen the pile that speaks to you, the timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading, all about the future of this connection. I just pulled some mood cards, I guess you could say, for the overall theme of what we're dealing with here in this connection. We have protection, chains, okay, but linked. I feel like this is linked. Let's link up. Let's secure this. They also look like locks. Okay, let's secure this. It's locked on either side, so it's not going anywhere. It feels mutual. Happiness. Look at that. The big smile, looking like even like your eyes are smiling. That's beautiful energy. And then determination. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's a sun and a mountain. It's giving like goat energy, right? The Capricorn and the goat energy of we might have issues to overcome, which we'll discuss in the blockage and challenge position. But we're happy with the fact that we feel safe in this connection. And we feel safe to continue forward and continue on this journey. Right? This doesn't have to be a forever commitment just because it says determination. It can just be that you feel like this is a good, solid connection for you at this time in your life, and it's bringing you a lot of happiness. I also see with that like sun at the top of the mountain that it can get better if that's what you are working towards. I love that. So let's find out who is the person that we are talking about here. If you missed my intro, this is just a check on the connection. I asked you to have someone in mind when you were picking the card. Who is this person? Wow. The Knight of Cups could be a water sign. Who is this person for pile number 1? When we're talking about the future of this connection, who is this person? Well, that's a lot. They're coming forward with good intentions, even though they think there may be other competition involved here, or that you have had disagreements in the past that have needed to have some balance here. I think it's getting better in this connection, or at least that's the direction you want it to head into. And there is healing available to the two of you in this connection. So it could, like, all signs are here, but we've got Libra, we've got Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius again, and water sign energy, fire sign energy with the 5 of Wands, Leo energy. Yeah, so look, hopefully that gives you an idea of the type of person or the person that you had in mind. If not, it's going to be an interesting read if you think this is someone else that you weren't thinking of when you chose the pile, and you want to stick around to hear about that anyway. Who is the person that pile number 1 is dealing with here? Who is the person that pile number 1 is dealing with here? Okay. We have the Hermit in reverse. So the shadow attributes of that is withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. It feels like they're not helping themselves, okay? So if you are in separation from this person and you feel like, look at the color match here, you feel like this might be a divinely protected connection, that this person is indeed going within to heal something, and it possibly is something that they battled with you, or it could be outside of you, and that's why this person is like, it's kind of like a weary Knight of Cups coming in, like, I want to set things right, but I just need to get myself right to begin with. You also have the Scribe. So the light attribute of this is preserving knowledge and information. I feel like they may be signing contracts at the moment. That very much speaks to the Justice energy of potentially like a legal matter, and the protection, right? They are divinely protected in this, and possibly the divine is protecting you from whatever this person is going through, so you're not muddied in amongst it, okay? Yeah, there's something about maybe this person journaling a lot. Maybe they are a writer or a journalist. They could be a poet. They could be writing you love letters from afar. That kind of energy with that one. But straight away, I thought of contracts. Then we also have the Midas or Miser. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. I feel like this person wants to protect you, okay? Again, with the protection energy, this person is kind of coming up as like a King of Pentacles in this card. Someone who is nurturing, protective. I'm getting divine masculine, daddy kind of energy. And again, that Justice could be talking about like divorce or child, what's it called? Custody, I guess. Yeah, but I think this person has an entrepreneurial heart, or they would like to. That could also be something that they're dealing with at the moment. Interesting energy. I think they're wealthy in some way, shape or form, or they have potential to be wealthy, and they know that this hermiting energy that can come from this Wheel of Fortune, that can come from this Five, all these three cards here, right? I feel like this hermiting energy is so that they can have better luck with this connection, and so that they can move on from any battles that they potentially have going on in their life, to push the wheel in their favor. It feels like a karmic ending, I have to say, that they possibly are dealing with. That Wheel of Fortune can really talk about endings and beginnings as well. And a lot of karma, you know, it's like good karma, bad karma. And it's like when you're dealing with someone who was a karmic partner, of course there comes a battle with that they may not be speaking about, because you can see the masks on these people in the Five of Wands. They may not want to speak to you about it, and they're protecting you from it, and so it may have actually put you into a hermit mode. That's why it may have come up in that shadow attribute, withdrawing from society, and not knowing how to help like this situation or this person at this present moment. Okay, let's have a look at how they feel about you. How does this person feel about pile number one? The High Priestess, the Moon, the Four of Cups. They don't want anyone but you, because I feel like this person understands that there is a deep emotional connection here. Even if they don't understand entirely why they're pulled towards you, I'm just feeling like the pull of the moon with the tides. Okay, it's like this person has a high tide of emotion for you. They may have like other offers coming their way, but they're rejecting them at this point. If you were worried about that, I think they only have eyes for you because you're the High Priestess. They see you as spiritual, as divine, as a secret keeper, as a mystic. Yeah, and there may be things that they don't know about you right now, and they could feel very like stressed about this, what they don't know about you. You know, what is hidden from them at the moment, because they're potentially in this hermit mode, could be really stressing them out. But they're trying not to, like, they're almost trying to ignore it, right? This ignoring, refusing to help others, withdrawing from society, this protection. Look, they're determined, whatever it is, they're determined, but I feel they do look at you very highly, okay? Their actions towards pile number one. What are their actions towards pile number one, please, Spirit? Their actions towards pile number one. They want to rush in. They want to do a lot, actually. The Devil just showed up at the end there. Oh, where did that want to go? Yeah, in reverse. They want to rush in, but it's like it's like a car that what's it, like backfires, you know, that it's, you start the car up, or especially a loud motorbike is kind of what I'm feeling. So it's like, yeah, and there's the motorbike right there, right, on the chariot. But it's like you start the motorbike up and then it just chokes and it backfires and almost like burns their leg. So as much as they want to rush in, they can't. They won't. They're not letting themselves. Okay. Why? With that devil energy that showed up at the bottom, it could be because they feel like they're not good for you right now in the position that they're in and what they're going through. They'd feel unworthy. But look, I think this person is a bit of a star, and especially in your eyes, I think they're a bit of a star. And so like for them to feel worthy, they have to get themselves back to a position where they feel like in their confidence and where they feel healed. And they want to give you like the version of themselves that they deem that you deserve, because you're showing up here as the High Priestess. Okay, so you also have the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Yeah, they want to rush towards you and explain everything, even the hard parts. They want to explain it all. But I think that is why this Chariot is in reverse, is because it's like, oh, whoa up. I'm not sure that's exactly the right thing to do right now. Like I said, there's a lot hidden from the both of you in this situation, but I think this person may be overthinking it a little bit too much. They would love to throw caution to the wind and act speedily, but they're actually like this in between these two traveling forward cards, with the fastest moving traveling forward card in the middle in reverse. It's like stop, you know, like very much a jumping like stalling vehicle. Okay, a stalling vehicle. You know how like bunny hops along? Is that kind of feeling. So yeah, this person has a lot to say. They are stopping themselves from saying it. Queen of Wands, because you deserve better. Okay, and they want to feel more confident. They want to feel more powerful. They also want to feel like, I feel like they don't want to interrupt you in your element, especially if you're working on a creative project or you have like a mystical, yeah, you're focusing on your coin, and I think they want to come through with their extra coin to make it the 10 of Pentacles, but I just feel like at the moment they're just like not quite there yet. All right, how does pile 1 feel about this person? Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Okay, so I think you both have to have a conversation, and that's the thing that's stopping you both from talking to each other. But look how the King of Swords is facing forward and the Queen of Swords is facing the King. Okay, it's like, can you please speak to me? Hello? Crickets, you know? So I think that you're thinking, look, come on, you're hiding so much from me here, and it feels unfair at this point. You know, it feels cold. This connection is at great risk of going cold, even though when you think about this person, there's a sense of underlying determination, especially when you listen to your intuition. And it makes you feel happy, because when you are with this person, when you think you know this person, there's a sense of like red hot happiness here. Like, we could be so good. We could be so good. Okay. But I think this person knows that you've perhaps got some choice words for them, okay? And that's where they're like, just be stoic, just be like poised, just be in your like game plan, game face, you know, like poker face even. I'm not even like reacting when someone says your name with that 4 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles, you think this person isn't watering this connection at all. Fair call. 8 of Wands, you just want to rush in and communicate too, but you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from watering this plant too. From watering this connection. You're like, I've done enough. You're only seeing this side of me until you actually open up communication this time. Okay. So the future of this connection, I actually want to get another deck on that. The future of this connection. I just saw the 4 of Wands at the bottom of that. Caught my eye. So marriage, commitment, engagement, moving in together. I know it seems wild given the circumstances that we're discussing right now, but stranger things have happened. Okay. I just heard the Stranger Things like intro. Cool. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles upright now. Okay, we have the Two of Swords and we have the Three of Swords. So someone needs to, in order for heartbreak to be, I feel like dissolved is the word here. In order for the heartbreak in this situation, the heartache, I feel, it's an ache in my heart chakra of like just not knowing. You're kind of knowing with your intuition, but not knowing in the 3D is very difficult. It's very tiring. And I think for the heartbreak to be healed here, there is a blindfold needs to come off moment. There is a, all right, let's speak. Let's both reveal, okay, our true selves, our true feelings. There needs to be strong communication here. Communication can heal a lot in this situation. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, I'm willing to see this through. It's that determination energy. I'm willing to grow the grass. I'm willing to tend to the plant. I'm willing to harvest it when we're ready. It's a slow and steady kind of energy as well. It's a process, okay? This is how we're going to move forward. It's almost giving planning vibes. And if the Three of Wands was here, if the Two of Wands was here, I would really feel that. But you've got the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. So, look, there's potential. There's potential for this situation for sure. Let's get the bottom of the deck energy. The Six of Emotions, the Six of Cups. There is some healing that can happen. Can we talk about and focus on the good times? I just got like a flash of a song, almost like if you've been on the channel long enough, you know that like my spirit guides kind of come through like a spirit box sometimes. It's like a radio frequency. And so I just got flashes. I'm here for the good times or something like that. Whatever that song is. Interesting. But like, I feel like this person wants to restore the memory of them to a higher level. Okay, interesting. What is the future of this connection? What is the future of this connection for pile number one? You may have known this person for a long time. Nine of Wands, there's this persistence. There's that determination energy again. Persistence, patience, last man standing. I'm going to be the last man standing. You have no option but to choose me when the time comes. Awakening here, okay? So this is the Judgment. This is someone coming back around. It could be a friend. And that Six of Cups that we just saw before is talking about a sense of nostalgia and friendship and childhood. So you really could have known this person for a long time. But this Judgment also says like, it's time to have an awakening on this. It's time for this connection to awaken to a new level. It's time to do the thing or don't. Do you know what I mean? There needs to be an outcome here. There needs to be something actually set in stone here. And as I say that, the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So you're in a receiving mode. So don't you go messaging this person. I don't think you want to anyway. I mean, you want to, but you won't anyway. Because it's like the ball really is in their court. And they know that. They do know that. And so an awakening will happen. What will happen with this awakening? It feels like this person will get an awakening, awaken to this connection and realize what it is and what they could lose here, okay? With that Four of Cups, if they're just ignoring every message of yours, if they're ignoring their emotions towards you, and they're just kind of lurking in the shadows of this river, it's gonna stay muddy. Like I said, there's something muddy going on here, and it's gonna stay muddy. The world and the cosmos, okay? So this is like the universe. This is something coming full circle. This feels like you could have the world with this person, I have to say. You could have the world with this person. They think the world of you. They're awakening to this connection. They're realizing the pain that they put you through, and they need to walk through that door, knock on the door and be like, hey, pile one, here I am. Let's talk. Let's heal this. I think there might be some mirroring going on between the two of you. Whatever you're feeling, they're feeling. But the road ahead is paved with roses, okay? It really is. It really is. They just have to awaken to this. They have to make a judgment call on this, and then they have to act on that. If they're going to be the last man standing, act, okay? The world and the cosmos is like, here it is, like full circle, 100%. Let's have it all together. Let's have it all. The Hierophant. Yeah, higher level learning is going on here. This is also like a commitment. In order to have the world with you and be the last man standing and heal this connection and take the blindfold off and keep investing in this, they have to commit, and they're determined to commit because they know that this connection brings both of you great happiness. Okay. So it's pretty obvious what the blockages and challenges are. It's been obvious from the get-go, but what are the blockages and challenges in this connection? 5 of Materials, feeling left out in the cold. You feel left out in the cold. This person may be having financial issues, although you probably don't think that they could because they seem to have more than you. Okay, not to call you out. Flip it if you need to, by the way. That's what I mean when I say take it how it resonates. But I feel like you're being left so far out in the cold and they're ignoring you so hard that there's a risk here that they will lose what they are so determined to have, or at least what they're showing up as being determined to have. Okay. Blockages is justice, waiting on this legal issue, sorry, this one, to blossom, to come together, okay? Again, I feel like it's signing papers and there's something mathematical going on here. It almost feels like a maze, like they're going around in circles with someone, and it's just infuriating because I feel like this person, your person, pile number 1, is trying to break through and break free of the shackles of this old connection or this legal matter, and they're becoming someone else, but they feel like they're being tugged down by this muck, okay? It just is, it's like a quicksand that keeps bringing them back down again. We've got the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Materials. Yeah, look, the whole happiness and happily ever after and their offer towards you is at risk. It's coming up in the blockage and challenge position because of the legal matter and the financial matter at hand here that isn't going according to plan. You've also got the Strength and the 8 of Swords in reverse. In the blockage position, these are interesting because it's like I'm manifesting the ability to not be shackled and chained. This has been held back, but when it's in reverse, it's like I'm no longer held back. Okay, so it's the strength that when I am no longer held back by this, that I have the strength then, after all this time has passed, I feel, to still make this offer towards you. And whether you will see me as strong enough or whether I'm weak for taking so long is what they're saying. You know, will you accept me if I can move forward and if I do have the desire? And I think this person is saying, like, when I am like unshackled from this, when I am untied from this, will I have the strength to actually move forward on this? And will you even believe me, right? Will you believe me? Will you accept? Will you forgive? Will you say yes? And it's like, I'm willing to fly too close to the sun to get to you. Wow, interesting energy. All right, let's have a look at what they would say to you. What would they say? Where is that deck? What would they say to pile number 1? What would they say? What would the person on pile number 1's mind, what would they say? I don't react when people mention you. Shut the front door. That's that 4 of Cups. That's exactly. Oh, this person is in big denial. I regret lying to you, okay? That's that King of Swords, the Knight of Swords. I want to speak. I want to tell you what's been going on. I don't think it's as bad a lie as you think. So don't get too panicky about that. I think it's just let me explain why I did what I did. I feel you even though we are apart. Yep, 100%. There's that mirroring energy. There's that High Priestess. They feel like that you've put a spell on them. They feel you strongly. You speak to me through music. This is really, it's really beautiful, but it's also really sad. It is. I feel for you, pile number 1. And this kind of storyline has actually come up for quite a few zodiac sign readings. So if you've never watched those, even if you just watch the mini ones that I put up, my shorts, you may actually hear about it. Wait, that's the Ace of Swords, but with a pause, okay? It's that I want to rush in kind of energy, their actions towards you, but Spirit is feeling like it's kind of like a lightsaber, like just hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. But that's in your advice as well. It's saying wait. I think wait to make a move, okay? Your feelings here are waiting to make a move, and that is correct. So I'm actually going to put that over here because that's your advice. However, when Spirit says wait, or when wait comes up in a reading, if you're waiting for someone who is, you know, you feel is not the person for you, and I feel you have a strong intuition, pile number 1, and you are heading towards your own abundance. If this person is not meeting that, and they come back around and it's too little too late, then you're actually able to go against that advice, of course, okay? But wait until you have clarity is kind of the feeling there with that Ace of Swords kind of energy. And the sword is on fire, so you could see it as an Ace of Swords with wand energy behind it. Until the desire is clear, then do not speak. What else in the advice? What else for advice for pile number 1? They said no more of that deck, please. Okay. Advice for pile number 1. I'm going to take the top one. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. That's that kind of Ace of Wands that I'm feeling, okay? It's a new, passionate beginning. I feel like that might be to do with your craft, pile number 1. So your passion, your projects, your work, your craft. Why do I just want to say craft? That actually makes me think of The Craft, and strong mystic, magic, witchy vibes from you. New beginning, live your dreams passionately. You just stay in your wand energy, in your Queen of Pentacles energy, in your High Priestess energy. Last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. Yeah, focus on you. Focus on that new beginning. Focus on where you're going next, and, you know, allowing this person space and kind of like not even thinking about them, to be honest. I think that's like as much as you can do. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. And whenever you feel that tightness in your chest, that little sting, just remember to water it, okay? There's this oasis here. There's this beautiful gorge and this paradise. Don't let the sting of the scorpion distract you from what it is that are your priorities at the moment. Final advice for pile number 1. Future of this connection. Final advice for pile number 1 when it comes to the future of this connection. Very important message having a fly down there. Celebrate yourself for all the good things you've done, all the kind things you've said, and all the beautiful things that you are. Do not let this person's dilly-dallying make you feel less, okay? It is not, this person is truly trying to say it's not because you are less, it's because I am less, or I see myself as less. And they want to come through stronger than that. So celebrate yourself. This also feels like romanticize your new beginning, your new adventures, okay? Treat yourself to long forgotten freedoms of childhood, acting silly, playing games that brought you joy then and still can. Remember the happiness, okay? It's almost like it's not about reaching the peak of this. It's like enjoy the journey along the way, because divine timing is at play here with the High Priestess energy. That 6 of Cups that came up at the bottom of the deck is really saying, like, treat yourself to that childhood, your inner child. When your inner child is happy, you allow this person's inner child, because of that mirroring energy that you two are. I mean, it's strong twin flame energy, I have to say, but only take that if it fits for you. If this is a toxic scenario for you, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But yeah, if you're loving yourself, if you're romanticizing your life, if you're allowing your inner child to come out, I think in the 5D, this person will pick up on that and will want to do the same. And that's when you two are going to come back together, especially if you've got that childhood bond. If that little piece resonates strongly, even like young adulthood, you know, a friendship from before. I just heard the land before time. That's really cute. You smell me? Does anyone know what I'm talking about there? I'm showing my age. Thank you so much, Pile 1, for being here. Please let me know if this resonates for you. Let me know how you're staying determined and how you are embracing your new beginning, so I can cheer you on. Take really, really good care of yourselves. I will see you guys in the next one. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. This is all about the future of this connection. I do just have some overall themes for this connection. Wow, you got a lot here, more than anyone else. So you have sadness. Why does it always rain on me? Okay, there's a sense of melancholy coming through there. You also have pain. Okay, this feels like physical pain. I don't know why I was just seeing that as like a moon cycle, if you know what I mean. Rejection. Okay. The pain can obviously also be heartache with that deep red color. But it kind of feels like someone wasn't there for you in the way that you needed for them to be there for you. And then you have faith. It feels like something coming full circle. And this almost looks like a teether, right? Like a teething toy. So it feels, that's a weird image, sorry about that. But I was just thinking like it's like got some teething problems. You know, this sadness was some teething problems. It feels like this faith is intuition. It feels like it's handing it over to God, you know, like whoever God is for you, it's like hand it over to source, give it to God kind of energy. Especially if you feel like this big X is like, no deal, you know, no deal. For some reason. Let's get into it though. Let's find out why. Who is this person that pile number 2 is dealing with? Straight up, someone that has walked away or you have walked away from. With the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, it was like this person tried to offer you something because they feel grounded. They feel more of a protector and a provider. But it feels like why did they walk away and then offer? Who is this person? It's almost like they were offering money, but without the emotional attachment to anything. It's like, oh yeah, here's like a designer bag and here's the key to my place, but like no strings attached, right? You know, that no emotions to be felt here. And you're like, ooh, really? Okay. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Pentacles. Also took a long time to get to this place to begin with. I feel like we need one more card. Who is this person? It's interesting that the offer felt small given what they could give. That's for some of you very much in particular. Taurus energy, you've got water energy, you've also got Capricorn energy, Virgo energy, 8 of Wands. This person almost is acting like, or showing up as someone who realized too late what they actually walked away from. With this 8 and this 8, it's like walking away, coming back in. It's like hot and cold energy. And this causes pain and it feels like rejection. And then you go back to this cycle, right? This teething pain is this cycle of faith. And you're like, this too shall pass. Will it? Will it? Let's find out. I feel like this person like hits you up with like heaps of messages, almost like love bombing you to a degree, and then just go cold. Like they just go MIA for like a weekend or a week, or you know, it could have been 8 weeks even with that 8 of Cups, 8 months even that this has been going on with this particular person. Let me get some clarifiers. Who are we dealing with here for pile number 2? Who is this person? And this is just to check that this is your reading. And if you had someone else in mind and you're getting this and it's not that person, but you're still curious, you're like, oh, this actually sounds like someone else, then you can watch this and choose another. Like, it's totally up to you. Who is this person? We have mother, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. That's that King of Pentacles energy. It's kind of like the mom and dad, okay? Just someone who does feel like they want to provide and protect and give to this connection. Look, it could also be someone that has an attachment to a mother energy. I just feel that as well. With that Taurian energy, it can be like a stubborn kind of energy. Unconditional love. Maybe this person has to walk away for work with this 2 Pentacle energy, and then they come rushing back in. And it's like this on and off of like FIFO, FIFO, working away, coming back, you know, they're on 3 weeks and then they're off 2 weeks with you. Wait, was that in the reverse? This is the Knight. Loyalty, romance, chivalry, a love of honor. And in the shadow attributes, we have allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. Yeah, I think this is the shadow aspect of this person is strongly coming through, where they have this, or they think they have this loyalty. They show it 90% of the time, and then like the other 10%, they're just like so like cooey. Where are you? And it could be that they have a ruler, as in their work pulls them back away. Okay, and so they think that them mothering, I guess, you with this 8 of Wands energy of like ding 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 ding, here I am, clip on koala kind of energy when they're with you. I mean, look at this person kind of holding their bundle of joy. Okay, it's like they don't want to let you go when they're with you, but then why act so freaking distant? Lost in the friggin' wilderness, for God's sake, when you're not around. So yeah, this person is both of these, okay? They are the light and the dark attributes of that card. Interesting. We also have Angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. This person could be a doctor. They could be like, especially in Australia with such a vast like desert, we have like doctors that will fly into communities and isolated areas, and there really is no contact out there a lot of the times. The Australian internet is ridiculously behind the times, and so it's very, very hard, even in like built up coastal areas and where you think connection should be great, it's really not. And so this person may be some kind of like angel investor, angel doctor, like someone that swoops in and helps, and they're very committed to that. And that could speak to that mothering energy of like they're very dedicated to helping other people, but I feel like they're lacking when it comes to how they're dealing with the connection that is in front of them, or they're just a little bit in denial of that. The shadow attributes for the angel is acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Look, I think that this person just takes it very seriously. I'm not sure about the misleading others. They do feel like they are mature enough to be aware, okay? And they've seen enough battles in love to be aware of what they're doing here to you and how this causes you pain and sadness, and it feels like rejection, and then you're back on this merry-go-round of faith again, like, oh, I feel great, but like 3 days after you're gone, it sinks in that I'm not hearing from you for another 3 weeks. You know, it's that kind of, geez, is this really how it's going to go? Okay. How do they feel about you though? How do they feel about pile number 2? How does this person feel about pile number 2? That's a blockage. Very interesting. Look, the 7 of Cups talks about options, okay? But it's in the blockage position, so it's like, I think they're confused. I'm so sorry, pile number 2. It's not the best message, is it? 8 of Pentacles. They're very focused on their work, though. 6 of Cups. Can we get one more? 3 of Pentacles. See, lots of Pentacle energy here. You've also got the 10 of Wands. They kind of feel like there is responsibility involved with you. Yes, you're in a relationship or a situationship, so there is responsibility involved here. Bro, I'm saying bro as like a generic term because I'm just like a little bit peed off with this person. I have to be honest with you. Look, and it's energy, right? Just because the King of Pentacles is here and it's showing up as a masculine king, like it's masculine, take it as energy. You've also got the Mother, so energy, right? But I feel like this person is like, there's responsibility, there's burdens on my shoulder when it comes to pile number 2. And really, I'm working and I would like them to help me with my work. I'd like them to collaborate with me on my work and like help me be part of this with me, right? But They also want to give to you. They also have a tenderness for you. You two could have known each other for a long time. I'm just going to, for space sake, put that Seven of Cups upright. It does feel like this person is like, look, I could have anyone I want. It's a little bit cocky, not going to lie, especially in the work realm, especially if they're working with like they have a work wife or a work husband. Do you know what I mean? I don't particularly agree with those terms. It can be very challenging, right? Very painful for someone to hear something like that. But I feel like this person knows you for so long. It's like, well, maybe we got together so young that I didn't get to explore my options. Okay, there's that kind of feeling to this person in regards to you. That Ten of Wands feels like, oh, this is a lot of work. Okay, what are their actions towards pile number 2? What are this person's actions towards pile number 2? The Emperor. It's entrepreneurial, but it also feels a bit egotistical. We've got the Two of Cups. Justice. I'd like to bring balance into this so there's mutual give and take, but I feel like this person thinks that they're giving too much or they're giving the most. Just because they're making the most money, it doesn't mean they're giving, okay? The Page of Pentacles is a small offer. Nine of Wands, persistence, perseverance, boundaries, and Queen of Wands. I think they do have a lot of affection. They have a lot of desire for you. They're very attracted to you. They do want to make you feel good. I have to say, with that Emperor coming out, it's like someone who has the wherewithal to, look, I have to say though, they're almost treating it like one of their work projects. How would I handle this in my job? And maybe that's how this person functions with this Emperor energy. They need to heal this connection. They know they need to heal this connection and that you have some high boundaries up. They know they need to give like emotionally instead of just monetarily to this connection. But I think they're coming at it from a place of ego. The Emperor isn't in reverse, but I just get this feeling that this person is a little bit cold. They're just treating it like a problem at work, and how would I handle it like that? That I can't help but get that kind of energy. Although I feel like this person knows deep down that emotionally they're just not balanced. And it could be because, you know, that Ten of Wands came up and then you have the Nine of Wands. It could be because they feel overburdened and they just haven't had enough time to like recalibrate, to be honest, to kind of get their thoughts together. They're just on this Ferris wheel, this merry-go-round as much as you are. And, you know, with their whole life being kind of revolving around their work and their job and who they have to save next, you know, that kind of feeling. It's also giving this feeling of, well, how do I save this connection? I treat it like one of my patients, or I treat it like work. But I think this person is curious to see where this connection could go if they were to open up emotionally to you and actually give the same amount of emotional commitment as you do. They may also want to help you with a project of yours, and that Three of Pentacles coming up in how they feel about you. Especially if you're an artist, it's like they feel you are working hard towards something, but perhaps not getting the justice you deserve in that situation just yet. You're not getting the recognition that you deserve just yet. And this person thinks that they know the answer and how to help you with that. Whether that's a good thing, whether you asked for that or not, I'm not sure. Can I just get a bit more information on their actions? Clarify the Emperor. The Seven of Wands. Why the Seven of Wands to the Emperor in their actions? Six of Swords. They're picking up on the fact that you are a little cold with them and that you're sad with them and that you've had some choice words with them, and you may have given them an ultimatum and said, look, if you're going to keep dipping every time that I need you, and this is the same like Ferris wheel merry-go-round that we're going to stay on, then you've got to choose your job over me. Okay, and so they understand there's a blockage here. They do understand it. They just need, I feel like they need time to deal with it. They need time to reconcile it in their own mind. Aries, Libra, water sign energy, fire sign energy, it's all here. They do want to move this connection to calmer waters, but I do feel like they're a little bit afraid of you, especially if you put up some strong boundaries at the moment. That's not to say that they can't overcome it, because if they're showing up as the Emperor knows how to get what they want, and they do know how to communicate. How do you feel about this person? How does pile number 2 feel about this person? Yikes, the Tower. This foundation needs to be rebuilt. This is why you're here, you say. This is why I'm here, Sam. Can we start again? We need to inject some new passion. We need to inject some new energy into this. I feel like you might need to have like a sexy weekend away. Can we get away from this crumbling tower? That is the current reality of our situation, please. I want to reconnect like we used to. Wheel of Fortune. The karma needs to level out in this connection. It needs to come to a place where luck and like the grass is greener. It needs to come to a place where, oh look, we turned the wheel. We turned the wheel. 10 of Wands. You feel the burden. You feel the responsibility too. You're mirroring each other in how you feel about each other, which is, you know, a dangerous situation. And by dangerous, I mean like it's volatile. It can disrupt. It can implode. It can, you know, fall apart at a moment's notice. But your intentions here are saying, look, I feel towards you strong attraction, strong desire. We could have a lot of great intimacy, but are you just a karmic connection, or are we going to work this out? 7 of Swords. There may be things that you're keeping a secret, okay? This person had the 7 of Cups in a blockage position when it came to how they feel about you. So they may have other options lurking in the background, but they may be trepidatious to sorry about the way I say that, it's weird. About taking one of those offers up because they might get stung, you know, they could get caught, or they could end up in a situation that is worse than the one they're in right now. You know, the things that we think when we think no one else is listening, okay? Our truest, deepest, darkest thoughts are like, well, what if I turn a cup and it's way worse than what I've got? You're feeling like there's a strong, intimate, like, connection here, but you're wondering if there is a decision to make here about, well, maybe I need to start collecting some swords so that I can make the decision to kind of walk through a new threshold away from this person. It's secrets. It's like maybe you're not even talking about this as much as you want to talk about it because you don't want to burden this person, or because perhaps they've said to you like, you know, just give me some time, and so you're stuck in this faith position. Okay, I'm going to keep that there actually. That 7 of Swords is kind of interesting. Okay, the future of this connection. Can we have a look at the future of this connection? The Knight of Wands, the 7 of Swords again. I just heard a surprise. Okay, I just saw the 10 of Cups as well. That's promising. It's promising. But I'm feeling like a surprise. There's a secret being kept, but it's like Sly Fox. And with this bridge, it's like we need to bridge the gap. And yes, there could be some passionate action in your direction. Yeah, 4 of Wands, where they say, you know what, in order to reset this foundation and build this anew and put the burdens to bed, maybe we need to commit here. 7 of Wands, okay. 2 of Voices and the Chariot. Yeah, we need to make a decision. We need to take the blindfold off in this situation. And if you'll have it, will you move in with me? Because then we can be, you know, we can have the passion alive together. We can keep this connection going, and we can actually move it forward where we don't feel like we're blocked anymore, where we remove the blockages. Look how this, because this 7 of Wands is really talking about blockages, and it came up somewhere before at the bottom of the deck of that one. The 7 of Swords, and it's like a blockage. It's like I'm blocking you from feeling or seeing, or they have blockages in feeling or seeing. And there's the Page of Materials again, the Page of Pentacles. It's like a key. Here's the key to my apartment. Here's the key to my home. Like, here's a key to my heart. You have my heart. There is hope here in the future of this connection. It feels like a surprise, okay? So whatever you think is sneaking up on you, it feels passionate and it feels like it's going to rush in pretty soon. With that Four of Wands, it's like moving in together. It's commitment, it's engagement, it's a marriage proposal. It is like, you know, something that feels fated. And again, this karmic feeling that you're like, but I feel all this trouble is going to be worth it because I feel divine timing might be at play here. For whatever reason, it feels like a test to you. Then I think this person is kind of feeling the same way, but there needs to be like at least some planning going on so that this can move forward from the heart space, but essentially from the solar plexus. There needs to be personal power from the both of you moving forward. It's like when you can both connect to your seat of personal power and be in touch with the source of your power, and especially like working on your own things, but also expressing. It feels very expressive. Then together our horses will charge forward in the right direction. It could even be that you both decide to like travel. You throw in the towel of whatever it is that you're doing here and you start traveling together. Maybe in a van, you know, with that Four of Wands, it can talk about like moving into there. It's like maybe you're in a van together and you decide to just hit the road. That Knight of Inspiration, that Knight of Wands, it does talk about like something running. It's like running. Okay, so coming towards you, the Chariot is movement energy. And I can't help but feel with the bridge and the like threshold between this archway, it feels like a new door, a new beginning. If we can only see it like that, we can start moving it in that direction. If we can have the faith that it can do that. And the honest conversations, okay? Instead of keeping secrets from each other, especially in terms of feelings, keeping secrets in terms of feelings, then we can push all the black cloud away from us and come into this beautiful sunset. Heading in a new direction. It feels fated. It feels divine. Okay, let's have a look at the blockages. Although we are very aware of it, there's the sun energy. That's positive. That's positive. What are the blockages or challenges? What are the blockages and challenges that currently obstruct the view of the future for pile number 2? Obstructing the view of the future. Turning into reality, really. The Four of Materials, someone holding on to their money, their job. Feeling closed off. It's like putting money above heart. Okay. If we move away, if I leave my job, what else will I do? It's a fear, it's a lack. Especially in the blockage position. Knight of Materials. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll get the same opportunities. I'm not sure I'll get the same opportunities. And therefore it might feel, yeah, justice, legal issues. It feels like the fine print, you know? It's like the blockages really come down to the fine print when it comes to work. Knight of Voices, Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I mean, it's in the blockage position. It's talking about boundaries. It's talking about being the last man standing. It's talking about, I feel like it's like I made a commitment to this. Like I was in a contract to this job. And if I leave that, I don't know if I'm going to have like legal repercussions from that, or whether I will feel balanced not doing the work that I need to do or that I feel so drawn to doing. Okay, 10 of Materials. It actually, I feel like that was in the blockage in the reverse. So that's the 10 of Pentacles, feeling like they're not going to have the money, that they're not going to be able to live the life of luxury that they want to provide here. It could be a mutual feeling. The Tower in reverse. Okay, so if the foundation is completely disrupted, will we be able to rebuild it? Or will we just ultimately be in the rubble for good. You also have the Knight of Voices, the Ace of Voices, and the Queen of Materials. Oh, there's a feeling of like, will you outshine me? Will you do better than me? And will I be able to handle that? And will I ever be able to tell you that? You know, that is a blockage, that this person feels like they're the breadwinner, or they're the provider, or they're because they make the most money. But I feel in a way they're kind of holding that over your head by just like drip feeding you like a little bit of support here and there, and possibly proclaiming that they want to help you out, but never actually having the time to help you out with your own pursuits. Or they're trying to, it kind of, I have to say, kind of gives like the mansplaining vibes, and it could be the other way around, but that's the only way I can describe it, is like someone who will tell you how to do your work, even though you didn't ask for the opinion, and they like break it down in a condescending tone. It's that kind of energy to this. But with the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords, it's like the truth will really hit me. The you know, the inspiration to keep learning is in a blockage position, and I'm scared that you will outgrow me. I'm scared that you, as you learn more, and possibly as you learn the truth of this situation, that you will outshine me and outgrow me, and that I won't have enough to provide you with, and instead it will be the shoe will be on the other foot. This is so interesting. This is such a common dynamic though, guys. It's like, don't feel so bad about this, because when people are not used to it fully expressing their fears and feelings, it can really pent up like a big like mound of dust and dirt, and like almost like a rock underneath the carpet, and you keep tripping over it, but no one's addressing it. I think this person is scared that you're going to wisen up to this situation and leave the rubble, you know, as it all falls apart, that you just dip, you know, and they're going to feel like justice won't be in their favor, especially if this is like a, you know, if you've already lived together and this is like a de facto situation, or even if it's a marriage situation where, you know, because you've lived together for a certain amount of time, that you get 50% and they get 50%. They're scared of this, the outcome. They're scared of the future. They're scared of going the distance here. That is in the blockage position. All because of this person's job, their work, what they feel tied to over here. This is quite a long reading for you guys. All right, what would this person say? Yikes, jumpy. Kind of aggressive. Okay, I lost myself for a little while. Yeah, I think this person, look, it feels like it's not you. It's this person battling their own like money story, their lack mentality. I'm so attracted to you. Yeah, I think this is a really good like intimate connection, and that could be the only thread that's kind of left. The red thread. I feel you leaving me behind. Shut the front door. Yeah, this person feels challenged by you for sure. You know, and that's why it's like when someone can't control a high value person anymore, and that person levels up in a new direction, and they start feeling happier and doing better without that person, especially if this is a like a work away and then come back together kind of situation, like that FIFO situation that I talked about. This person comes back each time, and you're more evolved, and you're more leveled up, and you're more successful, and you're stronger, and they're getting intimidated by that, instead of like been there for all the seasons of each other's lives and going, I'm so proud of you, babe, and what you're doing right now, and how you're, you know, how you're growing here. I feel you leaving me behind, but I think it's because of my own money story, my, you know, lack mentality that I grew up with, and I need to change that. And, you know, let's talk about how I can do that, and then let's talk about how you're working on what you're working on, and how can I help you? What advice do you need? Not just like unsolicited advice that feels more controlling than anything else. I want to tell you how I feel. Yeah, but they just aren't. They just aren't. So unless you can coax out of this person in a moment of what they would deem weakness, okay, because I feel like they look at their feelings like weakness. If you can sit down with this person and really discuss things, I think this is exactly what they will say. And I think you already knew this to begin with. Okay, can we get some more info for pile number 2 in dealing with this situation and the future of this connection? That's the Ace of Swords. Reconsider. Okay, reconsider. I feel like reconsider the worth. Reconsider some things you might want to say here. It feels like throat chakra with all that blue energy. It feels like reconsider your own internal stuff because of the way this angel is holding that sword really close to their body. You know, reconsider the thoughts, the things that you've said. You could actually be really ruminating on the things you've said and like what I could have done better. And it's causing you quite a lot of pain and sadness. And honestly, that kind of gives me like the narcissist empath kind of vibe where someone makes you think that it's your fault, okay? Unlikely, okay? This angel is coming out of a wave. So it does very much feel like empath energy where you have a wave of emotion that comes over you where you realize it's unlikely that it's your fault or that it's something that you particularly said. Let go. This also, it doesn't necessarily have to mean let go of this person, but it's like if you feel like this, surrender this situation, let go of the outcome. I know that's terrifying to actually hear, but there's a feeling of it's causing you quite a lot of stress, obviously sadness, pain, rejection, and this loop that you're in of like, just believe, just keep the faith, it's all going to work out. I think it's causing you some health issues here, and so you really need to let the weight off your shoulders, get a massage, dive under a wave. Really just like disconnect from this whole feeling thing, and if you want, just let it play out because your health is what matters here. That's the most important thing. Reconsider what's best for your ebb and flow, for your mental health, okay, for your emotional health, and let go of the outcome of this, and then it will, you know, find its own footing. Trust the universe. Yeah, trust the universe. If this is you actually going, you know, reconsider how much you're putting into this. It's unlikely it will go further, so you need to let go now. Then you need to trust that that's what the universe has in store for you. That card at the moment is giving me big star card energy. So with the Aquarian energy there, it feels like reaching for the stars. You keep focusing on you, pile number 2. You keep going for that goal that you feel like you're so close to some level of recognition, fame, success, a wish fulfillment of your own. And maybe this person is actually blocking those blessings from coming in because it's just taking up so much of your physical capabilities even. Full moon in Leo, go wild. You know, if you want to roar, and screech and shout, and you want to get it all out, it feels like a dance, then you do that. You know, there's this strength that's coming, and it's like maybe your strength is the poise to just, you know, growl a little in this person's direction, give them a bit of cat side eye and walk away. You know, because you're holding your head high. I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got bigger, you know, wildebeest to track down here. And it feels in the direction of your dreams because the line is looking over here at this free person in the lavender field just going, you know, this is where I need to go and this is where I'm going to go. Leave the past behind. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. It feels like you've done a lot of work, okay? It feels like you've really put in a lot of effort here. And if you want to go wild and dip from this situation, you absolutely should and you can. And Spirit is saying go for it. You'd be protected and you'd be right in doing so. Wow, I'm taking this one. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to it. Follow it with faith. Shush. Follow it with faith. Okay, you've been keeping the faith on this relationship when all along you needed to keep the faith, you needed to test your faith, you needed to know the limits of your faith so that you could trust you could back you, and you could move forward in a way that is best for you. Okay, like I said, it doesn't mean you're leaving this person, it just means more time on you. But if you're leaving, you leave. Follow it with faith. Whatever new path is evolving for you when it comes to work, when it comes to passion projects, when it comes to what you're working on, it could even have to do with your health in particular. it is unfolding for you, and it feels very good and very healthy. Final advice here for pile number 2 when it comes to the future of this connection. Final advice. Give yourself freedom to feel what you feel, to think what you think, to be what you are, and express it without the shyness or shame. Yeah, if this person is making you feel like you are not good enough, not worthy, if you're not smart enough, if you can't live without them because they provide for you in some way, shape or form, okay? There's this let go energy. There's this leave the past behind. There's this freedom of new possibilities here. And then you have give yourself the freedom. Pile number 2. Wow. Good luck. Let me know. Let me know how this resonates. Please, please take really good care of yourself. Let yourself feel everything, express everything. You are a whole worthy person all on your own. I love you guys so, so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Pile number 3. This is your reading. Welcome. The future of this connection. I've pulled some cards about the overall theme. You have comfort and peace. Okay, beautiful. It sounds like a prayer. It sounds like a Christmas song. In comfort and peace. And very pastel, pretty energy there as well. So this is lovely. It could be something that has been growing. And it's a very peaceful connection. But it's been growing, you know, at a pace that is comfortable for you. It's within your comfort zone. It could also feel very peaceful for your nervous system is kind of what I'm feeling there. This flower always reminds me of like a chamomile flower. So it's like sleepy tea, you know, something that can also give prophetic dreams too. Who is the person that pile number 3 is dealing with here? This is just to check that this is the person that you thought of when you chose the pile. Otherwise, you can go back and choose a different pile. Or if you know this person and you want to know if there's a connection here, you can obviously watch this one as well. Who is this person for pile number 3? Of course, only take what resonates. Everyone has free will. Time is fluid. So Aquarius energy with the star. It feels like this person may be a star. You may have stars in your eyes when you look at this person. You are very attracted to this person. There's great like intimate chemistry with this person, especially with the lovers showing up there as well. The 4 of Wands, you may already live with them. You may be in a commitment with them, engaged, have marriage on the brain, or are married to this person. Gemini energy as well, and fire sign energy. Yeah, so this person, it feels like they are in the limelight in some way, or they're successful, or they get attention online, you know, they have some clout. But I feel like they're a healing presence for you in terms of, you know, they intimately support you. They feel like you're your best friend, and that you do have like a strong commitment here. Again, like soothes your nervous system. So I love that. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Ace of Swords. And you also have clarity around this. It feels like, yes, I know that. I know this person. I feel very strongly about this. Who is the person that pile number 3 is looking at here with the future of this connection? Who is this person? Okay, that's enough. That's enough. All right, so we've got the dilettante. I don't know if I'm ever saying that right, but it came up in the reverse. The light attributes are delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. The shadow attribute is pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Okay. So someone that might be a little bit cocky, you know, might especially when it comes to culture, I guess. Like they appear cultured, you know, that kind of voice. Interesting. And then you have the artist. So interesting that was like delights in the arts without having to be professional. This one is expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. The shadow attributes is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. Okay, so they could be verging on the shadow attributes of that as well, with that dilettante on reverse. And then you have angel, pile number 2 got that. helping those in need with no expectation of return. Look, I think this person just has a healthy self-esteem and can possibly get an ego boost from people online or from their clout, from their position in life. You know, they're possibly very, you know, like... Okay, so they might be a self-taught artist in some way, shape, or form. A painter, a drawer, a inventor, a writer, a actor, musician, whatever. And so they may sometimes verge into this, like, yeah, it's a cockiness. Into this energy of, I'm so important. Don't you know who I am? But just ever so slightly, ever so slightly. And look, wouldn't you? For a moment, at least, if you're helping other people especially, and you're, you know, giving away your work for free, then I guess you're allowed to have a little bit of a moment where you're like, dang, I'm good. So it's that kind of energy there. All right. How they feel about pile number 3. How do they feel? How does this person feel about pile number 3? How does this person feel about pile number 3? How do they feel about pile number 3? They feel restful around you. They feel at peace with you, but they also feel the passion to like the attraction is still there, okay? And they may be blinded to anything else. You know, it's like I refuse to see anything else about you other than the fact that you feel good to my nervous system as well, and that I'm still attracted to you as well, okay? There's that kind of energy, but they may feel that you could also have your blindfold on when it comes to your responsibilities, okay? Interesting. Let me clarify the 2 of Swords here. Actually, clarify all of this. Can you give us just a bit more information about how they feel? 10 of Cups in reverse. They might not feel like you want the same things. It's like they might feel that you are so in your comfort zone that you could be rejecting their advances, okay? When it comes to intimacy. Look at that, right? They're coming forward with their wand and you're like, no, thank you. And that could put a question mark over the future that they think they could have with you, with that 10 of Cups in reverse. It's like blissful, happy family, but like, are we just doing it differently? Do I have to wait until, you know, pile number 3 is ready before I have the family life that I want? Oh, okay. Especially if you are of the womb bearing, or not. It can be, you know, same sex as well, where you're just not ready to have children yet, and this person knows it. They're like, ew, that's why. That's a little concerning for this person. Okay, that's only for some of you. Like I said, only take it how it resonates. Their actions towards you. What are their actions towards pile number 3? This person's actions towards pile number 3, please, Spirit. What are their actions towards pile number 3? Take the one that flipped. Page of Wands. They're gonna keep trying. Okay, because they're hurt by this rejection of you, of your advances. But they're going to keep trying, even though you feel like they feel like you're over it. They're going to keep trying to mend the pain here. You're making them feel like teenage again. You know, they're like, I'm not sure what I need to do. Oh gosh, wow. The actions towards you are, they want you to know how much they still believe in you. They're still attracted to you. And how they know how independent you are, but you also feel like a wish fulfillment to this person. And that's why they don't want to give up just yet. That's the feeling that I get. They don't want to give up on you just yet. Even though they feel a little bit timid, a little bit afraid, and they have been rejected by you, it feels. Flip it if you need to. They're like, here's our 10 of Cups. We could have it, but we just need to let one more cup in. Oh, gosh. And literally, there's that one cup. There's that one cup of love that you're like, no thanks. And they're like, but don't you want the 10 of Cups? Don't you want it? And you're sitting there like, No thanks. Like both of these cards are saying no thanks. But when we're looking at it as how they feel about you, they're going to keep trying because they respect you. They see you as you're free to make your independent decisions about your own body, especially if this has to do with kids. But this just feels like you're their wish fulfillment. So what else can they do? You know, and especially this Page of Wands. It's like, well, what else can I do? I want to go on this adventure with you. I'm going to keep offering. I'm going to keep trying because I'm trying to mend this pain that we're feeling here. Oh, goodness. This may be a very long-term commitment that you've been in with this person for some time. And so it's getting to the point where it's like crunch time. Okay, how do you feel? How does pile number 3 feel about this person? How does pile number 3 feel about this person? Oh, honey. I think you want to resurrect this and you want to be in a better place here, but you also need to kind of make a decision about, do I stay or do I go? Do we do this or do we not do this? Because if we're doing it, I'm all in emotionally and I'm willing to put the work in and water this and really like see something grow. But at the moment, I'm feeling a little bit like tied to you in an obsessive or compulsive way or a codependent kind of way. You could be afraid of this next step, or like I said, flip it if you need to. They could be afraid of this next step. It's almost like they want to lock it in, right? And you're like, I'm not sure I feel like that's the best decision right now. Because this is how you feel about them, and this is obsessions and control. You know, so it kind of gives me the feeling that you feel a little bit controlled by them and their judgment calls. You know, it's like, well, you're not really hearing my side of the story and how this is a mothering energy and how, you know, my cup might be full to the brim, but it's for what we've already got going on in my comfort zone and the peace. Like, why do we need to disrupt the peace with, you know, little ones or whatever this next step is that means we get to our 10 of Cups? Okay, it could be marriage, especially if you're engaged or you're in a long-term commitment. It could be pushing for that. You're like, I'm willing to keep putting in the work, but not if it's going to be of a toxic nature. Look, it could also be that you feel very you feel that maybe you're being a little bit toxic towards this person with your over mothering kind of energy, perhaps. But that's only for some of you. It's not the strongest message there. Let's have a look at the future of this connection. What is the... Okay. The world, the cosmos, Queen of Wands, Four of Swords, again, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands in reverse. The Three of Wands in reverse. The Star. There's someone here that doesn't want to disrupt the star power. The Three of Wands, when it's in the reverse position, is saying, look, I don't want to move in that direction. There's going to be delays in traveling forward because of the position that someone holds. And again, the Star talks about healing, but like it's saying that someone is in their shine era. Someone is kind of like on a world stage. Someone is getting attention while the other person is just sitting back chilling, you know, having a retreat kind of energy. And there's a karmic situation between the two of you that needs to be balanced out, and it needs equal give and take. It needs someone to be generous enough to meet the other one halfway. Or otherwise this cycle, this thing will come to a close. Okay, it's like maybe this is a season that you guys are going through, And that while one person is getting all the attention and having a confidence boost, the other one needs to heal. There feels like some kind of balancing act that's going on here, but I feel both of you want to work on this. Both of you really do want to work on this. Someone wants to give back to you. Yeah, this person wants to give back to you because I feel like it's them that's in the spotlight, okay? And I think this person realizes, all right, we've been in this season, and maybe it's because you don't feel like underlying, you're in this comfort zone and sense of peace with this person, but maybe I haven't given enough of quality time to this connection lately. That means that pile 3 will trust me enough to extend our family or to take it in this new direction. And maybe if I just... Look, I think you guys need a holiday. You need a vacation. You need to pour back into each other so that you can reconnect with each other, so that then you're able to make a plan to move things forward. Otherwise, it feels like things are going to get a little bit stagnant here. And I think this vacation, this getaway is going to give you the healing that you need. Okay, you're in your comfort zone, yes, but this situation seems to be just verging on the edge, on the periphery, and it's going to burst that comfort zone open. And what I feel is that's going to take your relationship to another level. Okay, it's going to push that wheel of fortune into a new period of growth, a new period of luck, a new period of ideas, a new period of receiving, of attractiveness, of glow up. Okay, it's like I feel like you're going to be stepping into your glow energy as well. And you could be doing it in a different way to this person. It's almost like you need to have your break, and you need to feel poured into in order to have this glow up. Whereas this person kind of gets it outside. It gets it from other people, you know, and I feel like you get it from within. And there's just a delay in things moving forward until this is addressed at the periphery, so that you can find a new comfort zone. You know, it's like your bandwidth is vibrating around here when really it needs to expand here. Because when you both expand and this relationship expands, there's the new comfort zone, there's the new sense of peace, but you're dealing with higher level problems. And so that means that what used to like scare you in here is now like so easy to deal with, because now we have the bandwidth to deal with it. Now we have we've dealt with it before, so we can do it again. Now we know how to handle it. But like I said to pile number 2, if it becomes something that you're tripping over or under a rug, then it will have a domino effect in the wrong direction. Okay, so you've got to be very careful about what do you want to heal here, and is fame more important than the healing, or is whatever you're doing here more important than the healing? While we're on this topic, let's have a look at the blockages and challenges, even though it feels like it's pretty obvious. Okay, some things are unknown. Yeah, look, the unknown. Where do we head from here? What does our next 10 years look like together? Okay, that 10 of Pentacles talks about 10 plus years. How do we keep our wealth in check? How do we leave a legacy? Especially if we decide we're not going to have children, because it has to take 2 to tango, right? There's the balance. It takes 2 to tango, literally. If we're not going to do that, then how? That is in the blockage position. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about how do we bring balance to a situation where we perhaps have to put aside the idea that children were going to be the only thing, or that, you know, moving into a house and having like a settling down period, especially if you guys travel for work, or if you guys, you know, live in an apartment or a rental or something like that, and you want to, you know, move to a home with a yard and you know, it's like what settling down, quote unquote, would look like. It's like, well, if we don't do those things, children, house, whatever, marriage, even if it's a like long-term commitment, but it's without the marriage part. It's like, with these things that we're not talking about, how do we make the next 10 years solid? How do we solidify it? We bring balance to it. Okay, we have to balance out the money side of things as well. Because one of you may be feeling fearful, and I think it may be you, that your peace will be disrupted by children or whatever this next step is, and your money will be disrupted by that. And no judgment, guys. I do not have children and I am unmarried. Yeah, the moon. So the High Priestess and the moon. It's like the challenges and the blockages are deep within the two of you. And some of it is not being said, but also some of it is not being shown. You know, it's like I said, you're going to have higher level problems when you expand your bandwidth. And that's okay because that's part of life. It's like if you stay in your comfort zone for so long, you're going to stay small. And if anyone wants to grow outside of that and grow together, then it's going to be a challenge. It's going to come up and you're going to feel defensive about it, or you're going to feel like the other one's leaving you behind. And I don't think either of you want that. I think this is such a commitment that you two have together, and there's passion here. But it just some underlying things about the future need to be discussed, and what you both deeply feel, and what your intuition is both saying, okay? These are two intuition cards coming up. So it's like both of you have a calling. Both of you have something deep within you that needs to be discussed so that balance can be brought to this situation. I think this is very salvageable. Very salvageable. 5 of Cups. Okay, it's salvageable by expressing the deep emotions, and instead of fearing the worst, okay, it's like, let's get it out. Let's speak about these things. There's also a sense of surrender here, though, that not everything is going to be revealed to you immediately, and you're willing to work on the challenges as they pop up. I'm curious as to what is the main thing that's going to help these challenges and blockages come to light if the High Priestess and the Moon is here. What's the main thing that's going to bring these to light? 3 of Swords. Some level of pain, okay? Someone finally discussing their pain becomes too much, okay? Especially if peace and comfort are your daily method of operation, is the go-to, is the whole theme of this relationship. When someone's in that much pain that they're like, oh, we really need to talk about it. Don't let it get to that far. Like, discuss it before it becomes something where someone is deeply hurt by this. This also could be that there's a loss, okay? I'm so sorry, but I have to read what it comes. That there may be, in the near future, there could be a challenge, that there is a loss that deeply affects one or both of you. And this causes a deal of heartbreak here that then forces you both to decide how do we move forward? How do we set up the next 10 years? How do we set up our legacy if we're not like procreating or something like that? Okay, so that is very important. Let's have a look at what they would say to you. What would they say from the depth of their emotions to pile number 3? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, it's very sweet. I wish I could take back my words. I look for you everywhere. Yeah, I think this person, like I said, as much as they're like seeking outside validation and you seem to seek it within, they're always doing it with kind of you as their muse or you as their audience. They want really, it's almost like I'm getting outside validation from all these people, but really your opinion is the only one that matters. And look, if they've been trying to push you a little bit outside of your comfort zone and your sense of peace to move things forward in the way that they think is best, and you're like, oh, I'm not too sure about that, it's causing me a little bit of pain, then they wish they could say it differently. Okay, they wish they had chosen their words differently. I think it came from a place of passion though. Okay, they came from a place of passion. But this person cares a lot about you. I replay our conversations over and over. Yeah, they want to be better. There is this retreat, rejuvenate, healing energy that has come through so many times in this reading. Okay, interesting energy. And I'm hearing like, ain't no mountain high enough. Okay, that's come up a couple of times lately. Meditation brings answers and helpful people. Okay, so you might need some guidance from your spirit guides. You might need to actually go and meditate. You also might need to talk about like this with therapy with someone. You might want to talk to your family members about this. Both of you sit down with each family member and explain what's going on here and the decisions that you're making, especially if you feel like you're going to be letting family down. There's that kind of element there, and you're going to realize how much these people want to support you no matter what. I think more people will be supportive of this than you realize. There could even be like a group that you're on that you get, like you post anonymously and you get some support about this, some answers about this. But I think the most answers for you, especially if you resonate as the High Priestess here, is coming from your intuition and from the moments where you get quiet and you're like, okay, the answers are very clear here. This is what we need to do before it gets too much. Release control. Okay, so like I said, if you are the one that feels like you're in control, that you wear the pants, even though this person is the one out and about, it's like at home, I wear the pants. But also release control from if they're trying to control your body or anything like that. Of course, I said take it how it resonates. That's the first quarter moon in Taurus. Just someone is being a little bit stubborn, okay? So I know the devil can be extremely scary, but it's just that someone's been a little bit stubborn. And this is kind of saying, like, if it's you, just breathe through it. Like, let go a little bit and see what happens. First quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is the card of balance, okay? This is the sign of balance. Two of materials. Let's balance this out. This person really deeply cares about you. And again, it feels like you having a bit of a spiritual awakening. I put that over the priestess energy, and you've got meditation brings answers. And then this person, it looks like they're having a spiritual awakening, a bit of a solo moment, okay? So finding balance within, breathing through that, releasing control of how you think you need to live your life, so that you can let some of it unfold. Practice gratitude for what you already have. Yes, I'll take this one, please. Reflection. Literally. Okay, there's that Four of Swords and energy that came up multiple times. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Yeah. This is having a rejuvenation. Look at the butterflies. It's all unfolding. Divine timing is at play here. Go and meditate. Get quiet, okay? Have some reflection time. Sit by the beach. Sit in the forest. Sit in the backyard. Just like get some peace and quiet. Peace, okay? And the dove brings like a little messenger. This little, what's it called? Oh, it starts with L. The little branch that's like what is part of a wreath of celebration, okay? It's like a laurel. Is it laurel? A little laurel branch where it's, or an olive branch, if you will, where it's like a piece, a token of my appreciation is to give you a sense of peace and give each other some space so that we can both come to our own conclusions and we'll realize we're actually on the same page. We just needed to like iron out the book a bit. You know, it got a bit soggy. It got a bit, the pages were a bit crumbled here. Final advice for pile number 3 in this connection. Final advice for pile number 3 in this connection. You know, the reason for the devil coming up too, especially if you're having the first signs of your own like spiritual awakening, and that's why you're on this, you know, channel and on this reading, and you're like, I'm curious, like, what can I do? And you're looking for alternative therapies, alternative modalities of ways to heal yourself, then it can come up as like, it can be quite confronting to receive so much information at once. And so you could try and control the information that comes through because it's almost like a sense of disbelief, especially when you are first dipping your toe into spirituality and you're like, oh my goodness, it makes so much sense. It's actually like scary. After a setback, allow yourself the time and space you need to sort out your thoughts and process your feelings to renew your energy and rebuild your strength. Exactly. I love it when all the cards are in sync. All the cards are in sync. This is absolutely your message, pile number 3. Wow, everything is actually going to be okay. It really is. Even if you don't know the way forward 100% just yet, okay? And yes, there may be delays in moving things forward, but it will still have a domino effect. When the sun comes out and this turns around, right? It's a brand new day. It's positive. We've got a new bandwidth. Okay, like I talked about, this is our new level of comfort zone. Look at us evolving together. Now we can knock those dominoes over and achieve so much more in a new direction. Love this for you, pile 3. Please take really good care of yourselves. Get into that meditation energy. I love you guys. Take really good care of yourself. I'll see you later.